Do you think we can find Balar the Lost? Hello, everyone. Bront, CatHerder here. We're having some fun talking Raid Shadow Legends. We are here on the main account. We are here to pull some shards because we have, of course, a blue portal over there. We have a couple of cool events. Obviously, we have our usual champion chase over here. And there's some decent rewards in here as well. Certainly would like some of these forge materials. Would like to see if I can get up there, but we'll see. I've got to get pretty lucky for that. Not quite sure I'm going to empty out absolutely everything for this because, you know, there's a fusion coming up, although I've got plenty of sacreds if you look over there, so doesn't look too bad. So let's go hop into the portal and get pulling. All right, so first up we have the prism shards right here. I have one of them I earned for free. I would have spent on this if I was able to, and unfortunately I just could not, within financial reasonability, buy any of these things. You know, it happens. Sometimes you wish you could whale and you can't, and that's actually the wise part of Raid Shadow Legends, is knowing when not to whale when financially you really shouldn't be whaling. So I didn't. I still managed to earn the one here, but I would absolutely love this Volcanos. He would be absolutely amazing. I would not mind Prisma. I would certainly absolutely love a Cheshire Cat. Honestly, it's kind of torn up between if I'd like to Cheshire Cat more or if I'd like Volcanos. Volcanos would be more unique. Cheshire Cat, well, you know, he's a cat, so I want a cat. The epics are good, but, you know, I don't need them on this account. But we do have one ready to go, and we have a Pepsi ready and in hand. Pepsi, not a channel sponsor, despite the fact that I've got the shirt here, but you know, they could be. Think about it, Pepsi. So let's get something absolutely amazing, and I'll be happy if I can get honestly, I would be happy with a legendary at all. I am not super near mercy on my ancients as well, but you know, we're gonna pull some as well. So let's get something cool. That is not something cool. I mean, Do the Hunger is good. He's actually a pretty good reviver. I like that he's got a heal. The reflect damage isn't great, but it, you know, it does a little bit of extra damage, so it's better than nothing. Revive is decent. It's a 50-50 on 2 random allies. The random allies is annoying, but as long as less than 3 people are dead, it's always the 2 people you care about, so not a big deal. And he's got a chance to stun on the A1, but you know, I never built him with accuracy, because by the time I can build him with accuracy, I've got better revivers in the faction. But if you don't, you know, building with accuracy, get a chance to stun on the A1, 40% chance, doesn't suck for a reviver. Gives you a little extra support. And he does actually have the defense 30% in faction crypts. Very, very good aura as well, actually, for, you know, just things in general. So not a bad champion, certainly not with my account where I need it, but all right. So we have ancient shards here. We are going to pull 65 of these bad boys, and we are going for Balar the Lost because, well, I've already got the other 2 champions that are available here. So I've got a Gracchos. He's in my, what's it called? Reserve, you know, fragment champion thingy. And he's going to stay there unless I need to pull him because I want the rewards from this event for getting a Balar. But so we're going to try to get a Balar. I think that would be great. I've already got a Thulin. I don't need a second Thulin. So let's see if we can get a Balar the Lost, or honestly, just any kind of really cool legendary would be amazing. You know, there's still legendaries I would love from the various affinities. Some of them would actually really, really help the account. Sometimes they'd just be nice duplicates to have. So I'm going to pull 5 in a row first. Again, we've got the Pepsi here ready to go. Let's pull. Not particularly exciting. Definitely no rares I am looking for at this point in time. Epic, that is a Yellen Garna. I have been pulling a bunch of her lately since I saw Ash do a video on her, and she's not bad, but, you know, if I've got the one in maxed empowered, then she's going to be food, which is fine. And if not, going to empower one. Siegebreaker, not particularly exciting. All right, let's see if we can get a good amount of epics at least, because if I can get good rates on the epics, I can get a bunch of points. I would not mind. Ooh, that is a Gorgorab. Gorgorab is a good reviver. I believe I may have just plus 4'd mine, and if I hadn't, I will be empowering my Gorgorab. So, all right, we're going to go back out, and we are going to make 10 pulls, and Pepsi is going to bless us, and we're going to have some absolutely amazing pulls. To be fair, we've already got 2 epics in 5, so we are actually doing pretty good on the rates. Let's make sure the rates are rating, and let's get something cool. Alrighty. There is a Husk. I've got 2 husks built. I don't know if I have 2+4 husks, so if I don't, getting a second +4 husk would be good. He's a good champion to have around. Yes, yes, actually, you know what? I'm going to take back the fact that I mentioned that I don't have a champion that I need in the epics. I don't have a Dark Elf Reviver on my account, and I don't know why I don't have one. I know Caden took forever to get to my account, and I think by the time I had him, I started pitching him because I didn't care for him, and now Hard Faction Wars is a thing, and now I care about it again. So Caden actually could be very interesting. He's got a 2 random ally revive for 50% HP and a 60% defense on them. 4 turn cooldown. I wish this had some turn meter on it, but at least it's 2 random allies. It's not, and they're not horrible there. It's got a decrease attack on the E2 as well. AoE, not too bad. It goes 100%, 3 turn cooldown. And he's got a provoke on the A1, so you could certainly make him a little tanky to be able to handle that provoke and land some debuffs. You know, he's a good reviver if you need a reviver in the Dark Elves. Probably the best epic reviver on the Dark Elves. You know what? I've got Rian the Conjurer, so I don't know why I think I didn't have one of these things. Rian would probably be a decent reviver as well, but definitely going to keep one of him because, you know, he might actually be useful for Hard Faction Wars. And the Provoke is actually useful for that, and, you know, other stuff, not too bad. So that's actually going to be helpful for this account. So, hey, I pulled an epic that'll be useful on this account. That's actually pretty awesome. So let's keep on finding some other cool stuff to pull. There's some of those epics. Just a woad painted, not particularly exciting. Good healer, but not what we are looking for on my main account here. Flesh Terror, well, he's a epic. All right, we're getting epic rates. That's good. We're getting a bunch of these guys. Seneschal, not too bad. And a missionary. Hey, you know, decent selection there. 4 epics. I will take 4 epics anytime. We got 20 left to go. It's about time. Let's get a legendary. Thank you, Polarium, for holding off until the last 2 pulls to get me that legendary that you promised. Well, I guess they didn't technically promise me, but you know what? I'm going to hold them to it anyway. Man, we're getting... There's a legendary. That's an Opardon clan fodder. You know, I've already got one, so he is a duplicate, and I don't know where my barbarians are at, other than I just finished stage 21 on hard on this account. No, I have not gotten all the 3 stars, so I have to get a bunch of 3 stars to keep him going. But he's actually pretty good. Since his buff, he is actually really, really good if you need a healer. So he's got an A1 double hitter, 50% chance of increasing turn meter by 10%, and a 50% chance of filling this champion's turn meter by 10%. So even if you don't build him with accuracy, and if here, this is the only thing that needs accuracy, he gives himself 20% turn meter. But he also can drop by 20% turn meter. It's only a 50% chance, 65% if you book him. It's okay. HP-based damage dealer, though. AoE attacks all enemies, heal all allies by 20% of this champion's max HP. So you build him for a ton of HP, and that's good. And he heals allies under continuous heal by 30% instead. So you want continuous heals out there, and he gives you a big, big chunky heal. So that's great. And he puts up continuous heals and block debuffs, both for 2 turns, and cleanses 75% chance of removing 1 random debuff from all allies. It becomes a permanent 1 rebuff. It also removes all heal reduction and block buffs. So you can always put this on. You will always get rid of the heal reduction and the block buffs, and you could get a 3rd buff, which if you book this, you will get that 3rd buff. And I believe mine is booked. So actually really, really good. And then every time a continuous heal buff heals an ally, fills that ally's turn meter by 10%. So he has a bunch of turn meter boost that he gives everybody else based off this continuous heal, which is actually pretty big. And he pairs really well with Senna as well, who also does some of the stuff for everybody. So the 2 of them just are absolutely mad for the Chimera. So that's a great combination. So, hey, that is a duplicate that will be interesting. Maybe I will empower him. Maybe I will empower somebody else in the Barbarians, or maybe I actually do need somebody in my Barbarian Faction Wars to get the final Barbarian faction. So we'll take a look at that and see after the last poll. But hey, we got a legendary, got some pretty good rates here. Let's get some cool stuff. That was 3 epics too. That's actually pretty insane. Am I going to pay the tax for that? I am going to pay the tax for that last poll. So, hey, you know, you can't win every poll, but we had some pretty insane polls as far as the epic rates are concerned. And, you know, I didn't get a Balar the Lost. I've now got a 20% chance, but not the worst thing that, you know, if I didn't get him. So let's go take a look here in the Guardian Ring and take a look at my barb. I do not have all of my guardians filled. So look at that. So there is, you know, some pretty juicy champions I've got duplicates of in there. I mean, having 2 Armands could be nice if I ever built my second one. He's done, but not built well. And I don't think I need 2 Odins, so eventually my Odin will hopefully get empowered, but we need a few more legendary barbarians for that. So, but hey, that is 10% extra defense on all my barbarians. That's actually pretty good, especially considering there's a couple of them I use pretty regularly. So that is actually pretty cool. I'll certainly have to check and see if I've got any other empowerment champions. But let's go take a look here quickly. And how are we doing in that's the champion training tournament, not the champion chase tournament. And hey, we got this legendary book here, and we are just short of the legendary things right there. So I will take a look at it, and we'll figure out if I can get these. You know, maybe I'll get a few more of these shards. You know, I'm not going to be buying them because, again, I've been talking about finances. But, you know, I technically could buy another 10 pull if I wanted to. And I could certainly pull a Dracos Turn Drake if I wanted to. You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to make some bad decisions here. I've got plenty of these things. We're going to buy 11 more of these puppies, and we're going to pull 11 more of these things because I am feeling kind of hot. And you know what? I would love those extra materials. So we got one more here to pull. Come on. Valerium, help me show my greed off or my, you know, Gamber's fallacy, you know, whatever. We're not going to end it on a 10 pull of rares, so let's not get rare text. Come on. Ouch. That is 22 rares in a row. I mean, my rates were rating, so I you know, still cannot complain too much. Obviously, that kind of hurt just a little bit, but you know, hey, it is what it is. So, hey, hopefully you guys get some absolutely amazing champions from your pulls. Hopefully some great epics, some great legendaries, folks that can actually help your account. Let me know what you pulled down below. Let me know, you know, if you think you're going for the doggo that's coming up. One of the things that they did recently announce, so hopefully you've seen the raid announcements here, but apparently the next fusion champion, that is, of course, the one that works with Shayak Packmaster, there is going to be a way to get Packmaster from something during the fusion or right after the fusion as well. So if you do not have a Shayak and you can save up some of your shards, that might help you get Shayak. So honestly, maybe if you're not going to pull, maybe it might be a good time to actually hold on to your shards, because maybe there's going to be a shard event where you might get a chance to get a guaranteed Shayak, or maybe it's going to be one of these, you know, soul stone thingies or something like that. Who knows? Polarium will certainly make it interesting because they always do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys, again, get something absolutely amazing. Have a wonderful day. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. You guys are one of the best communities in Raid. Much love to you. And until the next video, I am Bront CatHerder.